With the Gula, things are supposed to be getting better, and to the contrary, things have only gotten worse. Paro is demanding the same quota of bricks, and they have to gather their own straw. He withdrew the straw subsidy. As a result of that question, Hashem says, you will see this Gula, you will see the redemption from Egypt. You will not bring Klal Yisrael into Eretz Yisrael. And then he begins. Vaydaber Elokim el Moshe, and he says, Ani Hashem. He speaks with Elokim to Moshe, which is exacting, more harsh. And he says, but Ani Hashem, what you saw as harshness, this was kindness. Very often, when we process things, we don't understand why God is complicating our lives. But only later, in retrospect, do we see what kind of bracha it is, what Hashem provided us, either by creating a problem or by not allowing certain things to come about, which we believed was in our best interest. Ani Hashem. But what precipitated the question? So the Medrash tells us something interesting. We find that Dosan of Aviram, initially they had informed on Moshe and he had to flee for 60 years from Mitzrayim to be Midian. He comes back, and Hashem says the reason why he could go back, Mesu Anoshim, they're no longer alive, and Chazal tell us, of course they were fully alive as we see Dosan of Aviram. They lived till they're swallowed up by the earth with Adas Korach, with the community of Korach. Yardum Nechseim, they became impoverished. So their relationships in government were no longer there. Moshe and Aaron are going into Paro, and they cross paths with the Shochit Yisrael, with the overseers of the Yisrael, of the Jews, and they say, you've created tremendous problems for us. Yishpor Hashem beinu v'nechem. Let God judge between us. Now, who are these people? So the Medrash tells us, Vayivku es Moshe ves Aaron nitzavim. Zeh Dosan Aviram. Again, this was Dosan Aviram. Shekosu behem v'Dosan yotzu nitzavim. When they blaspheme Moshe, at the time of Korach, Yischilu mechorfim megatvim klapi Moshe v'Aaron. They literally were cursing him. V'omru Yireh Hashem aleichem yishpot. God should come upon you and judge you. There was a certain scent we had that the Gula was imminent. And now you've caused a stench and you've undermined that positive feeling. Literally, you created a stench. You cannot tolerate it any longer because of what you've done. And because Dosan Aviram came with such vehemence against them, Moshe asked the question, very often things are under the carpet, as they say. They're not noticed. But when a person asks a question, sometimes, if you don't respond, the question itself, if you don't have an answer, is a chil Hashem. As we find by Sodom, when HaKadosh Baruch Hu said to Avram Avinu, I'm going to destroy them, he immediately came to the defense, and he entered into a dialogue. So over there, Rashi explains, because there was a question of Chil Hashem, do you mean to say in Sodom there's not one decent human being? There are no 10 tzaddikim among these tens of thousands of people. It's unheard of. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says it doesn't. Therefore, there's no Chil Hashem. But what was Avram's concern? God's name is being desecrated if you should destroy Sodom and Amorah. With this kind of question, this is supposed to be Gula. You came in the name of God and you showed that you're the Redeemer. You've undermined whatever we had. All the goodwill we had, you destroyed. Where's the Gula? What's Moshe's reaction? Whenever the attack is a frontal attack against HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Moshe himself actually is very much overwhelmed. Not always, but at this point, he was overwhelmed because it was such a frontal attack against that Kadosh Baruch Hu. Lama Rosa Lama Zeh. Until you came, our relationship was good. Now you've soured our relationship. That means that Kadosh Baruch Hu soured the relationship. It seems to be we're not going out. So Moshe needs an answer. But the fact is, as much as you think you need an answer, if Hashem is not concerned, and the way he asked, Lama Rosa, why did you bring harm upon the people? It's pretty strong. Hashem explained it to me. But again, he was reacting to Dasna Aviram. Dasna Aviram, we find not only were they the bone of contention, initially they were the problem why he had to flee, but here they actually undermined his status of spirituality, that if he would have gone into Eretz Yisrael with the Jews, it would have been a different level of existence. But because of their attack, which precipitated the defense of Chil Hashem, Moshe Rabbeinu forfeited his right to go into Eretz Yisrael.